Sometimes the most profound wisdom doesn't come from a sterile lab or some complex research paper. Nope. Sometimes it comes from a long life, well lived. Today, we're going to dive into the century-spanning wisdom of a woman who has, quite literally, seen it all.
Okay, so who are we talking about here? We're talking about Hattie Mae. And get this, she is 108 years old. That's a perspective that very, very few people on this planet can claim. I mean, she's seen the world change in ways we can't even imagine, and she has some pretty powerful thoughts on what it really takes to stick around.
And wow, she does not pull any punches. This one quote right here tells you pretty much everything you need to know about Hattie Mae's approach. It's bold, it's defiant, and it immediately throws a wrench in the conventional health advice we've all been hearing for decades.
So she kind of breaks it down for us, right? It's a tale of two philosophies. On one side, you've got what she calls modern advice. The stuff that comes with fancy degrees, new pills, and food sold to you in a box. And on her side, it's simple. It's truth passed down from family, it's food from the earth, what she calls God-given food.
Okay, so what exactly is this passed down truth she's talking about? Well, for her, it all boils down to a core list of 7 foods. These are the foods that she says are the reason she's still here. This isn't just a grocery list, this is the list that has literally built a century of life. And here they are: coffee, berries, fatty fish, eggs, red meat, fermented foods, and raw cacao. Now, some of these might surprise you. Actually, a few of them fly directly in the face of what we've all been told is healthy. So let's break down exactly why each one of these made her list.
First up, coffee. She's had a strong cup every single morning since she was 16 years old. For her, it's not some guilty pleasure. It's a clear signal to her body that it's time to get up and get to work. And she has one non-negotiable rule. You drink it black. No sugar, no weird creamers, just the pure stuff.
Next, something she calls God's candy. How great is that? We're talking about berries. Just a handful, every single day. Her father used to tell her that the medicine is in the color, which is just such a simple, beautiful way of talking about polyphenols, right? Those amazing compounds that give berries their vibrant colors and their anti-inflammatory punch.
Coming in at number 3 is what she calls a rich man's medicine: fatty fish. So we're talking about things like salmon and sardines. She's convinced that those healthy fats, the EPA and DHA, are what keep your brain sharp. Think of it like this: they're the oil that keeps the engine in your head from getting all rusty.
Okay, get ready for this one, because it's a biggie. Eggs. And not just the whites, the whole egg. She looks at that 50-year-long war on egg yolks and just calls it a lie. Straight up. For Hattie, the yolk is where all the power is. It's got choline for your brain, lutein for your eyes. She eats 2 every morning, fried in bacon grease. And at 108, her heart's doing just fine, thank you very much.
All right, number 5 is all about power. Red meat. And I love her description of this. She calls a cow a magnificent machine for turning grass and sunshine into strength. Isn't that incredible? She believes that iron and B12 are absolutely essential for strong blood and strong muscles, something she feels you just don't get from the leaner stuff. You know how everyone's talking about gut health these days? Well, Hattie was way ahead of the curve. She's been eating what she calls alive foods her whole life, things like sauerkraut and buttermilk. Her philosophy on this is so simple and so profound. A happy gut is a happy life. She figured that out long before it was a trend. And now for number 7, her best-kept secret. It's a spoonful of raw cacao in her morning coffee. And we're not talking about sugary hot chocolate. This is the bitter, dark, powerful stuff. Her analogy for this is just perfect. She says it tells your body to make new mitochondria, or, as she calls them, new spark plugs for your cells. What a way to start the day.
So there you have it. 7 powerful foods that have sustained this woman for over 100 years. But just when you think you've got the secret figured out, she poses a crucial question. Is it really just about what's on your plate? Is the food the whole story?
And this right here, this might just be the most important piece of wisdom she shares. The food is the fuel, but it ain't the engine. Wow, just let that sink in for a second. You can have the best fuel in the world, but it's not what drives you. The engine, she says, is your spirit.
And of course, she has rules for that too. First, have a reason to get up in the morning, a purpose. Have people to love because that connection is everything. Have a little faith in something bigger than yourself. Learn to forgive people, not for them, but for you. Laugh, especially when it hurts.
And finally, just take a moment each day to appreciate something simple and beautiful, like watching the sun go down.
And she just wraps it all up so perfectly with this one thought. It brings everything together, the spiritual and the practical. It's simple, right? You start the day with gratitude, and then you follow it up with a good breakfast. You do those two things, she says, and you might just stick around for a while. So, as we wrap this up, Hattie Mae's incredible life leaves us with this one big question to think about. We spend so much time and energy trying to optimize the fuel, the diet, the supplements, the exercise routines, but maybe, just maybe, the most important question we should be asking ourselves is this: how are we taking care of the engine?